Howdy folks, this is Big Sam. Welcome back to a super snowy and cold day at the Mosin Museum. While we're snowed in here, we've probably got about 1.5 feet out here at least. I want to go ahead and make a quick video to get y'all aware of a little project we have that we're starting. This is part of a much larger project, but I wanted to start it off with a bit of a bang because it's something I've been wanted to do for really quite a long time, and I can't think of a better way to start it than with this. What am I talking about? Well, here on the channel, one of our wonderful viewers reached out to me. He was actually a retired captain from the U.S. Armed Forces, and he served in Vietnam during 1970. Now, this captain actually brought back from Vietnam with him a captured Russian PU sniper rifle, very similar to this one, although not this one. I just have this one out here for a reference. Looks pretty much like this from the Ijev's factory, made in 1943, which is super cool. There's only one problem. The original scope for that rifle that he brought back is missing. Now you might say, well, what are you going to do about that? Well, here's a little interesting tidbit that some people may not be aware of. What's really cool, and one of the reasons I absolutely adore Mosin Nagant sniper rifles produced by the Ijev's factory, is that the Ijev's factory would actually stamp the serial number of the original scope for that rifle on the left side of the barrel. So if we take a look at this guy, you should be able to actually see, I don't know how well you can see it, but right here, you've got the serial number of the original scope for this rifle. So I'm going to go ahead and put up a picture for reference of the scope, original serial number of the scope of the rifle that this captain brought back with him. The serial number is Alpha 63766. And go ahead and take a screenshot of that or something, because we're actually going to find that rascal for him. Now, I don't know if it's going to take 2 days or 20 years, but we're going to track down that scope if it's still out there one way or another. Now, you might say, well, that's impossible to do. And I already know that that's not impossible for a couple of reasons. One, with God, all things are possible. Number two, though, we already here on the channel managed to find the missing stock for a PU sniper. Why not find a missing scope for a PU sniper too? We'll be helping out a military veteran that served our country. This is the least we can do for him, is try to track down the original scope for him. Now, I mentioned this is part of a larger project. In the future, hopefully this year sometime, we're going to be launching a new page / feature on the Mosin Museum website. And it's going to be a way where if you have an Ijev's rifle, sniper rifle like this, that has the original scope serial number on it, you're going to be able to go on there and post that you have a rifle that needs that scope serial number. And then folks are also going to be able to come on and post all the serial numbers of Mosin Nagant scopes that they own. It's going to be a way, sort of like a lost and found board, a way for people to match missing scopes with the original rifle it was paired to. You're not going to be able to do that with everything, obviously, because scopes were destroyed. So, there's always a possibility you're not going to be able to find it. But we always assume that that scope is still out there, because there honestly is a lot of scopes out there on the market. So there's still a good chance it's out there. The other thing to consider is that not all sniper rifles will have the serial number. A lot of the Tula, in fact, really all of the Tula Mosin Nagant sniper rifles, the Tula factory didn't stamp the serial number of the scope on their rifle. That's why we love the Ijev's sniper rifle so much, but it really only applies, again, to the PU and PEM sniper rifles that the Ijev's factory made from 1942 to 1944. They made some in 1947, but now we're just going down a rabbit hole. The point is, we're going to have a way for people to match scopes with the rifles that they originally belonged to. This is going to be something super cool, so expect to hear a little bit more info on this in the future as I figure out exactly how we want to set up that page. And if you have suggestions, definitely post in the comments or send us an email at mosinmuseum@gmail.com, and I'd love to get your thoughts on that. But before we do that, first things first, we got to find the missing scope for this captain's rifle, because I'm pretty sure it's still out there somewhere, lingering in somebody's basement or somebody's attic, or it might even be on the Mosin that's in your safe right now. So if you haven't already, go take a look and see if you have the missing scope. And if not, make sure to keep an eye on it. If you see a new scope come up for sale or something, make sure to go see if it's actually matching that serial number, because you just never know. That's the one thing that I've learned in my short 29 years here on this earth is, man, you just never know. So I appreciate you guys watching this. I'm super excited about this. We're going to find this scope. That I can tell you. We're going to find this one way or another. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys have any prayer requests, and we'll see you next time.